What is up to all my lights out there? It's Suave and it's Halloween time. So today I want to do something a little different. I actually want to do some pumpkin carving today and talk about Halloween, the holiday, what it's about, where it's based off of, and should we celebrate it, stuff like that. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna start pumpkin this. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna start carving this pumpkin. I don't know how this is gonna go. This could be a horror within itself, but we'll see how it goes. We're gonna try it out. So let's get started. Okay, well, I guess what the first thing that we should do, always be careful handling knives, people. I guess the first thing we should do is carve the top of the pumpkin out. So let's do that so we can gut the pumpkin. The horror. I mind you, I'm super horrible at this, so this is probably gonna be really bad, but we'll see. Yeah. This is horrible.
He needs some milk!
Once I get the pumpkin carved, I will reveal the full glory or horror at the end in full costume in the spirit of Halloween. So, but yeah, let's talk about Halloween. Dang, this pumpkin is strong. Look at this. Okay. Well, first off, Halloween dates back thousands of years ago to this festival of the Celtics basically. And this festival is the festival of Samhain, I believe. Samhain is how you pronounce it. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, someone correct me, but I believe it's the festival of Samhain. And these people believe that at the time close to Halloween, because they celebrated their new year on November 1st, and they always felt like it was when the dark, cold winter started. And they felt like at this time, the lines between the living and the dead were blurred. So they felt like we had a stronger connection to the afterlife, the dead at that time. Basically, the Celts believe that in this time, since the spirits were, the lines were blurred between the living and the dead, they would think that people could read their fortunes, like druids and priests and people like that. So they would get their fortunes read, and also they would celebrate the holiday by doing bonfires and sacrificing crops or animals to Celtic deities. Look, I finally got this off, I think. Let me see. Did I do it right? Uh-oh. Step 1 complete.
Fatality.
So yeah, once the Celts were overrun by the Romans took over some of their practices around that time. That's nasty. So yeah, the Romans actually had two festivals that they celebrated, and later the Roman Church adapted All Saints' Day. And when the Christianity started to spread within the Celtic land, they adapted a holiday or a festival called All Souls' Day. So All Saints' Day was also known as All Hallows, and the day before that was known as Hallows Eve, which Halloween pretty much got the name from, as you can see. And All Souls Day, which is not All Saints Day. All Saints Day was from Rome. All Souls Day is branched off from Christianity. Yeah. So, All Souls Day was pretty much the same as the festival of Samhain. Now, a lot of these Halloween festivals, as we can see, celebrate the dead or sacrificing things to deities, stuff like that. And a lot of people think that that is wrong, to celebrate the dead or to worship other deities. I know that's within the Christian religion or the Catholic religion. Interesting that a lot of these other cultures celebrate sort of the same thing around the same time. It's like a celebration or paying homage to the dead around October, the end of October. A lot of cultures do that, and I just find that super interesting. Like the Hispanic culture, for example, they do the Day of the Dead. I don't know how to pronounce it in Spanish, but they do the Day of the Dead. And a lot of other cultures, like the Celtic religion, the Romans, and other cultures like that, do their versions of that. I wonder if it all came from the same theme. Interesting. Aliens. Did you know modern trick-or-treating actually came from England, Ireland, and Scotland ways? They used to do something called guising or mumming. And when they did this, they would go to door to people's houses, and they would dance or sing a hymn or perform a trick or do a card trick, all for something sweet, like candy or something sweet like that. So I just found that to be a fun fact about modern day trick-or-treating.
I ain't got your money. Hey, how are you doing there, little one?
Trick or treat.
Oh, ain't that something special? Look at the little baby kids all dressed up. Look at you in your little costumes, going door to door, and you're just begging. That's what the hell you're doing. You are begging.
Look at that. This looks pretty much empty. Yeah, it's pretty much empty. Actually, I still got some more. Clean and shop. Clean and shop. All right. Pumpkin seeds. I should put these in the oven later or something. Bake them. All right, now it's time for the hard part. I'm going to start carving. We'll see how this goes. And we will actually talk about Halloween today, and should we celebrate the holiday? What's it about? We'll talk about all that. By the way, make sure you're using proper knife etiquette, because I am not an expert at this. We all know that. I believe once we see this, my pumpkin carving, we'll know that even more. Alright, so now it's time to start carving this thing and try to make it look all nice and perfect. We'll see how that goes, but yeah. I guess the first thing that I will say about Halloween today is it is very different from how Halloween was probably back. Like, I feel Halloween more so today has a lot to do with dressing up, kids getting candy, people partying. For me, I feel like Halloween's a great deal about self-expression. You have one day where you can just dress how you want, and people want to take advantage of that. People want to take a day to dress freely without being judged and have judgment put on them. So they use this holiday as that. You see people dressing up as their idols, or people dressing up as a lot of other things. I feel it's really different than how it used to be, and that's not to say that's a bad thing. I feel like it's a good thing. Like, people still say that there's a lot of demonic ways in Halloween still, so people try to remove, or they don't respect the holiday, or they think it shouldn't be celebrated because of that holiday that honors the dead, and we shouldn't honor the dead. Even though I don't think there's anything wrong with honoring people that you lost in life, or honoring the afterlife, or there's beliefs in the heaven and hell, so some people think that we're all going to different places, but we're all going to an afterlife at the end of the day. We celebrate God and heaven and church, and I don't know how this is going to come out, guys. Pick and choose for our reasons on why we celebrate Halloween. If you celebrate Halloween because you feel like you want to really express yourself and just have a day to dress as, be in someone else's shoes, you know? Dress as somebody that you looked up to, or be that superhero that you always wanted to be, walk in their shoes for a minute. People think that's a form of worship, but it can also be a sign of respect. One of the problems that I really feel like goes on a lot with today is people are so judgmental in what we do. Like, if you don't agree with something, I feel like everyone feels like the world has to agree with you on what you don't agree on. They all have to be in agreement with you. And sometimes that's not the case. Maybe people have different reasons for why they celebrate things. People have different reasons on why they dress up. Another thing that people really question with Halloween is the fear basis. You know, they feel like, why do people... Yes, they feel like...
Got him!
I just broke a piece. This is not going well. I knew this was going to be the hard part. But yes, I'll do this part. I'm going to do this part. We'll see how it goes from there. We started off good. So yeah, I feel like scary movies aren't a bad thing. To be honest, newsflash, we are all scared of something. So if you're scared of something, like a movie or a haunted house or something of that nature, maybe you should go and see this scary movie or something to help you to overcome that fear. I know a lot of people who actually, it's hard for them to be afraid of scary movies because they watched so many scary movies when they were younger, or they watch scary movies all the time, so movies don't scare them like that much anymore. And to be honest, nowadays I feel like movies aren't as scary as they used to be. When I used to watch movies, I used to be super scared of movies, but now I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's all good. That's fine, that's good. This is becoming on the horror side. You guys are about to see this and be like, oh, you guys are about to see a scary movie right now. What is going on here? I was always in a disagreement with the fact that only kids can go trick-or-treating. I feel that anybody should be able to go trick-or-treating. I know people say kids probably because stranger danger. You don't want no random person, just grown adult, knocking on your door at 8 p.m. asking for candy. I want to go trick-or-treating and put on a costume. They say that's what the parties are for, but I'm not a big partier. I wonder how people do this. Like, see, I'm not a professional at this thing, so I broke another piece off.
Oh, damn. Jeff, stop laughing, man. Jeffrey. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, nobody told me that pumpkin carving is this hard, to be honest. And I haven't carved a pumpkin in a long time, so this is a new thing for me. So we'll see the end result. If I should keep doing it, and expand my jack-o'-lantern pumpkin carving artistry, or if I should give it up. I'm curious, what are you guys' favorite things about Halloween? Would it be the haunted houses, the dressing up, the scary movies, Frighteners? I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but it's a super old movie. Pretty good. That's one of my favorite scary movies. Alright, we are all finished now. All we need to do is set it up. I'm going to get in costume and we will light this up and I will reveal my jack-o'-lantern. I hope it didn't come out bad. We'll see. You guys can judge that on your own. But you guys will see the reveal of my pumpkin carving and my costume in 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, Miles Morales is here. Now let's show you Suave's pumpkin. Alright, you guys see the jack-o'-lantern that I carved. Make sure to let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. Also, let me know how you guys feel about Halloween. Do you guys like the holiday? Do you not like the holiday? Do you guys celebrate it? Is it your favorite holiday? Anything like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a coin flip. Hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you guys can stay connected with me and follow me on this journey. And as always, make sure to keep growing, keep loving, keep connecting, and keep spreading light. Bye guys. I'm gonna go trick-or-treating. And I gotta take off this mask. I can't breathe. It's hot. But it's cold outside.